In this video, we're going to be discussing about how to prevent directory harvesting attack. Now that we understand both the DHA concept and the attack side, let's move on to the defense side. The first thing to do to prevent such attack was already discussed from the previous video, and that is accepting all email addresses directed to your domain. And this is possible via leaving the SMTPD recipient restrictions in default configuration in postfix. From the previous demo, we have set back the SMTPD recipient restrictions to default, hence removing the lookup server from each SMTP session. With this configuration, however, it will put more work on the server because it will accept all messages even for those recipients who doesn't exist. Once the message has been accepted by the server, it will be the one responsible for providing an NDR. Though it can add more work on the attacker side, this NDR can still be taken advantage of to get the listing of the active email addresses. So, just to give you a short overview of my test lab, I have two domains, namely tcsejmrl.com and jmrltcse.com. Okay, so I have here the internal SMTP server, the same with the other domain, but the gateway protection is different. So from the tcsejmrl.com, I have here the IMSVA, while from the jmrl tcse, I have here the DDEI. In this setup, I will be doing an attack from jmrl tcse, so I will be sending an emails to tcsejmrl.com. So let me log in. Okay, anyway, an attacker can always use any free webmail available to accomplish this. Okay, so let's create an email. I have prepared a list of email addresses. Okay, so under subject, I will put in DHA test. Then on the body, let's just put in this is a test for DHA. Of course, the attacker can be more unsuspicious by writing a more convincing content. They could actually send an undetected spam or phishing email at the same time. Let's click on send. So hoping that it won't be flagged as spam, let's wait for the NDR. Okay, now we can see the NDR. From here we can see that it has been scanned by my DDEI. And here's the undelivered mail returned to sender. Okay, let's check on it. Okay, close that one. As you can see, this email or this NDR came from the IMSVA because IMSVA actually received the email itself or my original email. But upon checking, the IMSVA doesn't found any user the same as this. Okay, so it's telling me that 5UT requested action not taken and mailbox unavailable or not local. From here, the attacker can start crossing out email addresses from his list, and he will do this again and again until he gets the final list of the active email addresses on a domain. Given that the attacker is aware of SMTPD recipient restriction configuration, is there any way to avoid an attacker from sending such DHA intended emails? Of course, there is. And from IMSVA, we can find that solution under Sender Filtering, Rules, DHA Attack tab. Let's enable it, and for the sake of easier testing, let's set the monitor hour to 1. Then let's say 50%. total messages, let's say 2, sent to more than 5, and the non-existing recipient 1, and let's block it permanently. So it is saying that in 1 hour, if one message, which is the 50% of the total 2 messages, has more than 5 recipients and non-existing recipients exceeds 1, then the sender will be blocked permanently. Then now we'll do the same testing again. Oops. Okay, so 2 test email will make the sender blocked. So let's do DHA test 1 testing. Then let's send another one. DHA2 testing. There we have it, the 2 NDR from the IMSVA. Going back to the IMSVA web console, we can see if we check DHA attacks, so we can see the IP address that has been blocked. Then I get 2 DHA, 4 total malicious attempts, and 4 total connections, which is 100% total malicious. Okay, so let's wait for it for a few minutes. So I'm gonna pause the recording and go back when the IP address is blocked. Okay, so going back, we can see that the IP address is now blocked, and we have this DHA as type. The action is blocked permanently and triggered at March 11, 2020, 11:01. Okay. And of course, since we configured the permanent block, the expiration is NA. So now, if we try to send a new email, okay, let's say DHA3 testing. Okay, so the NDR just arrived. But notice this time, it was not sent from the IMSVA because it actually originated from the DDEI. So when DDEI initiate the RCPT command, this is for this user, the IMSVA replied immediately the 554 transaction failed, which is a permanent error. And that means the IMSVA will not gonna be receiving any more emails from this IP address. So just to summarize, we have set the SMTPD recipient restrictions to default. At the same time, we have enabled the DHA protection from the gateway. And there you have it, a properly configured DHA protection.